All right, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube citizens, it's your boy Dash the True Inferno, and I'm back with another throwback tunes on another Thursday on an album that I said I was going to do many weeks ago, and I actually forgot that I said I was going to do this until I was rewatching my Mother Music review, and I mentioned this album, and I'm like, why not do it now? So here it is, H.N.I.C, aka the head niggas in charge, or hip niggas in charge, according to the outro of this album. And this one was done by Prodigy of Mobb Deep. So this album came out November 14th of the year 2000. So I just started my junior year. After 4 Mobb Deep albums, Prodigy took a temporary break from the group and released his first solo effort, which is this one. And as I just said, H.N.I.C is an initialism for head nigga in charge. Prodigy enlisted a number of producers for the album, which I will list later. The single, Keep It Thorough, received moderate video and radio rotation. Now, H.N.I.C have 2 sequels. H.N.I.C Part 2, which came out April 22nd, 2008. And H.N.I.C 3, which came out July 3rd of the year 2000. Now, there was also a mixtape that featured these titles, by the way. The album inspired rapper Wiz Khalifa's album, O.N.I.F.C, if y'all remember that one. Now, H.N.I.C Part 1 was certified gold by the RIAA on December 18th in 2000, so we're talking a month later after this album dropped. Now, this album took about a year for it to be completed, starting in 1999, and it was made under Loud, Violator, SRC, Relativity, and Infamous Services. So those are all the record labels involved. Now, for the producers, we got Prodigy himself, Bink with an exclamation mark at the end, Hangman 3, The Alchemist, Robert Kirkland, Havoc from Mobb Deep, by the way, Ease Elpy, Nassim Merrick, Rockriler, Just Blaze, and Rick Rude. So there are a grand total of 22 tracks, but let me talk about the album itself. So the album reached as high as number 18 on the US Billboard 200. It was as high as number 2 in the independent albums, also done by Billboard. And as far as the top R&B/hip hop albums, it was as high as number 6. So there you go with that. Now let's get into the tracks. So the first track is the intro, basically a skit called Bars and Hoods. After that, we got the first song on here called Genesis. Then we go to another skit by the name of Drive Through. After that, we got Rock That, followed by What You Rap featuring N.O.R.E. Next is Keep It Thorough, one of the 3 singles. Yes, this one have 3 singles, and actually Rock That Shit was the second single. Well, they call it Rock That Shit, that was the single, but on the album it's just called Rock That. Meanwhile, moving on, the next single was called Can't Complain, featuring Chinky and Trin Gambino, followed by Infamous Minded featuring Big Noyd. Then the next track is Wanna Be Thugs featuring Havoc. Then we get to track 10, which is called 3, featuring Cormega, followed by Dealt with the Bullshit featuring Havoc. Track number 12 is called Trials of Love featuring BK. Next is the same title, this track got the same name as the album, that is H.N.I.C, followed by another skit, Be Cool. Then after that, we got Veterans Memorial, followed by Do It featuring Mike DeLorean. Next, another skit called Littles, featuring Littles, him, and Big Noyd. Next, we got YBE, which stands for Young Black Entrepreneurs, featuring BG from Cash Money. Yes. Next is, and that's the 3rd single actually. Next is track number 19, called Diamond. Oh my gosh, featuring Bars and Hooks. After that, another outro track called on track number 20 called Gunplay, featuring Big Noyd. Track number 21 is called You Can Never Feel My Pain. And then of course there's the outro, which is H.N.I.C, the outro. So we got a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skits. So we talking 17 tracks that are actual songs, meaning I can give y'all my top 5, which does not do this album more justice, because I could have easily done a top 10 for this. So I'll get more on that later. Now let's get on to the singles. Now, again, we got Keep It Thorough, which came out. Keep It Thorough, Rock That, or Rock That Shit, whichever one, and YBE, Young Black Entrepreneurs. All 3 came out in 2000. And none of them received any, they did not make it to the charts or anything like that, unfortunately. And like I said, Keep It Thorough had a music video, and I didn't even know that. So I'm gonna have to look that up one of these days. Now, moving on to my favorites tracks from this album. Starting from the bottom up, obviously I got I put down What You Rep featuring NRE. That was okay. YBE featuring BG. If you were to hear this track, you would think this was something from Forecast Money. Like, I crap you not. But there's a little bit of a Mobb Deepish in there. So there you go with that. The next one is Veterans Memorial, followed by Genesis, and then Dealt with the Bullshit featuring Habit. Now, we're going to get to some of my all-time favorites right here. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These 12 tracks are either out cold or above. The first one being 3 featuring Cormega, followed by Infamous Minded featuring Big Noid. That one was good too. Followed by Wannabe Thugs. That one was out cold featuring Havoc. Keep It Thorough was out cold, man. I'm surprised. I really wanted that one to be in my top 10, but there were just so many other tracks that was better than Keep It Thorough. So it was hard for me to do it, but I had to do not top 10. I did say top 10. I meant top 5. So yeah, there you go with that. Moving on, we got the next track, which is called Do It featuring Mike DeLorean. That one's another good one as well. Out cold track. Again, I wanted that to be my top 5, but it can't. Then You Can Never Feel My Pain. That one was, man, I could just coast and chill to that track. And then Gunplay. That, featuring Big Noid. It was hard to leave out my top 5. It's on the outside looking in. It really is. Man, oh man, oh man. It was hard to leave that track out, man. It was a tie. It was a close one between that one and number 5. So let's get into it. And again, Gunplay featuring Big Noid. Let's get into it. Number 5, Trials of Love featuring Big K. This is one of those deep mellow out joints, man. You know I love the mellow out joints. So it was tough between this one and Gunplay as far as which one would be number 5. But I had to go with Trials of Love, excuse me. Number 4 is Rock That Shit. That joint, or Rock That, whichever one. That joint was out cold, man. When I first heard it, I'm like, oh yeah, I can bang to this one. Number 3 is Can't Complain featuring Gambino and Chinky. Another mellow out track right there, man. So yeah, and that one was out cold, man. Number 2 is H.N.I.C. The beat on that one was out cold for the opening. Really, if you listen to it from Trials of Love going into H.N.I.C, you would have thought that the two was connected, not lyrically, but like how the transition from that song to the other, from Trials of Love to H.N.I.C. But H.N.I.C was out cold. Then number 1, Diamond. Diamond was beast right there, man. Featuring Bars and Hooks. That mug was out cold. Now let's look at the professional ratings. All Music gave it 3 out of 5 stars. The Los Angeles Times gave it 3 out of 4 stars. Hip Hop DX gave it 4 out of 5. Rap Reviews gave it 8 out of 10. And Vibe gave it 4 out of 5. So what do I think about this album? This is an instant classic that you should have. Go out and buy this joint now. I haven't heard any other Prodigy's work by himself, that is. So he came out with a grand total of 4 albums: H.N.I.C, H.N.I.C Part 2, H.N.I.C 3, and then his latest one was called the Bumpy Johnson album, which came out October 2nd, 2012. He also has some collaboration albums or whatever. He did one with The Alchemist called Albert Einstein, which came out June 11, 2013. And then, prior to that was Return of the Mac featuring The Alchemist, which came out March 7th, 2007. And there's 2 others that he did with other rappers, but I haven't heard any of those. But to me, H.N.I.C Part 1 was his best one. Nothing else he did by himself, that is, could top H.N.I.C. In fact, nothing that Mobb Deep, not a lot of albums that Mobb Deep did can touch this one. That's how out cold this album is. You should go pick the joint up, buy a physical copy, and have it in your collection. That mug is out cold. So with that said, there you go with the H.N.I.C. Y'all know who this is. This is your boy, That's True Inferno. Saying peace out, y'all, and see y'all next time. Yeah.